Ministries, international broadcast. We're glad you're joining us today. On our program, you will experience expository teachings, Bible study, counseling and prayers, community events, advice, column and lots more. We promise you an unforgettable experience and God's blessings. Welcome to Newhope Outreach. You will be glad you did. Welcome to Newhope Outreach.
What a wonderful moment again today to be a very good way to start our Saturday. In this slide, I want to welcome everyone to Bless Hour again. I'm welcoming everyone to Bless Hour. It is time for Bless Hour, a broadcast of Newhope Outreach Ministries International based in Lagos, Nigeria. And I'm glad you are joining us today. Come on, what a glorious day, what a glorious moment to be in the presence of the Lord again, and for us to continue what we've been doing together. I want to welcome you specially to Bless Hour again, and I remain your able host, Apostle Ambassador John Ahoma Oniri, the convener and president of Newhope Outreach Ministries International based in Lagos, Nigeria, West Africa. Thank you for being part of this broadcast. And please, as I always said, I want to thank you very much for being part of this ministry, for being part of Newhope Outreach Ministries International, and for following most of our broadcasts, The Dew of Heaven, Rabbi Stable, and the Blessed Hour. These programs are for our edifications and to bring hope to us and change our lives for good. That is what we are out for. Newhope Outreach Ministries, bringing hope, changing life. Thank you very much. And don't forget, please, at the end of this broadcast, please share this broadcast. Share it to your friends. Share it among your families. Share it on Facebook. And don't forget to follow, like. Don't forget to follow. Don't forget to follow. Don't forget to share. And don't forget to like. Thank you very much for being part of this broadcast. By God's grace, it's going to be a very exciting and educative one as usual. And I want to thank every one of you that has been taking your time to be part of this, and also not only being part of this, your comment has been of a very good success moving this ministry forward. And I want to thank every one of you that has been partner with us both prayerfully and financially, even encouraging. Your encouragement is doing a lot of things to move this ministry going. Thank you for all that you're doing. Let me tell you, I appreciate every comment. I appreciate everyone. Every of your comment has been of a blessing and encouragement to me as a person, and I appreciate everything. I send my thanks of gratitude to everyone out there. Thank you for being an encourager and a lifter. God bless you. Continue to do more of that. I appreciate whatever comment you are putting up there. Thank you for taking your time to do that. Right. Without much ado, we are still continuing our teaching that we just started last week. Yeah, we just started a topic last week, and that is marriage and conflicts. Marriage and conflict. The purpose of these teachings is to help us know how we can navigate and live a successful marriage life. Maintain how we can sustaining a quality and healthy relationships. That is why we're bringing these teachings our ways and educating us in a way we could to bring so we can bring hope and change lives for good. That is the vision of Newhope Outreach Ministries, bringing hope, changing life. And it is my earnest desire, sincere prayer that everyone that is part of this broadcast will never remain the same again. We have various challenges, relation challenges, and we believe that if both partners will adhere to these teachings, attaining to a successful and healthy relationships is very, very possible. Very, very possible. These things crash because we do not pay attention, or we do not really adhere to these things. We prove stubborn sometimes the way it's not necessarily supposed to be. Then it will result into conflict, and when conflict remain unresolved for a longer period, the aftermath of it is not palatable. Praise God. So we'll continue with our teaching, marriage and conflicts. And we shall be looking at, please, before I go any further, if you are joining live, please, just put up a comment in the comment section. Put up a comment, or even though you are viewing this broadcast after this live stream, please put up a comment there. Put up a comment so that we can celebrate you, okay? Thank you for doing that. So, and we shall be looking at this week, we shall be looking at managing emotions and expectations. Managing emotions and expectations. One of the reasons why you see conflict linger long, or there is conflict in most of the cases, is because we are unable to manage our emotions and expectations. Most of us have very high expectations. Most of us set expectations that are not attainable with our partners. And that is why you see most of things, there are too much expectations. We cannot manage our emotions. So resilience, emotional resilience is very, very important when it comes to relationship. Emotional resilience. So we shall be discussing this for some week now. I know this will take more than a week to really go through this, because this is very, very important. As we said, as we established in the last broadcast, conflict in marriage is inevitable. It's something we cannot shy away from. It is something that must happen, something that will happen. So it's inevitable. And that is why, because it is inevitable, and that is why we need to master how we manage our emotions and expectations. Those are the key factors that lead to conflict, or conflict not being resolved when it comes up. So we shall be looking at some ways that we can manage our emotions to avoid conflicts in our relationship, or when there is conflict, how we can really curtail it, how we can manage it, not to allow it escalate beyond reasonable time. So managing emotions and expectation is crucial. So that is why it is now very, very crucial. Managing our emotions and expectation is crucial in marriage conflict. Very, very crucial in marriage conflicts. So, and that is the reason why we're bringing you hope and expecting lives to be changed, because managing emotions and expectation is crucial in marriage conflict. So that is why we shall be looking at, but this week I think I will just try to look into the managing of emotional management aspect. Then we will come to the exception of it, the exceptional aspect of it. So permit me to do that. We shall be looking at managing emotions this week. Managing emotions. If I'm able to finish before my time, because we are very time conscious, and I will not want to take necessarily beyond the time, not more than 45 minutes of our time. And I want to thank everyone that has been given that time. So we shall be looking at managing emotions. If I'm able to finish that, but if I couldn't finish it, I promise I will continue with it next week, God's willing. Managing emotion. When we talk about managing our emotion, the first thing I will want us to put to mind to recognize is recognizing and labeling emotions. Recognizing and labeling emotions is the first thing that we should always look into. So that is the first step. The first step in managing emotions is to recognize and label them. Recognize your emotion and label your emotions. I will be throwing more light on this. Oh, Susan Tamayo, I celebrate you. God bless you, sweetheart, for always being part of this broadcast. God bless you for the good work you are doing to promote Newhope Outreach Ministries. God bless you. You are welcome to this broadcast. So as I'm saying, recognizing and labeling emotions is the first step. So this can be challenging actually. It can be challenging actually. Mostly, especially in the heat of the moment. However, taking a step back and acknowledging your emotions can help you respond more thoughtfully. When we recognize our emotions and label them, it will help us to respond more thoughtfully to our emotions when it comes up, most especially in the negative way. That is what is going to do. That's why it is very, very important that you recognize your emotions, not only recognize them and label them. Label our emotions is very, very important, that you label your emotions to give you give you that a soft landing to prepare you for it when it arises. Don't forget, conflict is inevitable. Conflict is very, very inevitable. And there's no how. When something is inevitable, that is, it can happen at any time, it can happen anywhere, it can happen anyhow. That is why it is inevitable. It's something that we cannot do without it happening. So recognizing and labeling emotions is a crucial step in managing emotions during conflict. When there is conflict, the first thing you do to navigate it, to overcome it, is to recognize that recognize the emotion atmospheric of that very moment. Then label it. Now, let me quickly give us the definitions of these things we'll call emotion, definition of recognizing and labeling emotions. What do we mean by that? Now, recognizing and labeling emotions involve the following. Just listen very well. 1. Identifying your emotions, becoming aware of how you feel in a given moment. To recognize and label emotions involve this. Number 1, identify. That's becoming aware. You have to become aware of how you feel in a given moment. When you are able to identify your emotion, how you feel, how you're reacting at a particular moment, that is, you are recognizing and then you are labeling your emotions. 2, labeling your emotions, it involves assigning a word or phrase to describe your emotional state. How do you feel? Do you feel happy at that moment? Do you feel sad? Do you feel disturbed? Do you feel worried? Do you feel like fighting? How do you feel at that moment? So that is it. So you assign a word or a phrase to describe your emotional state at that moment. Now, that is what we're talking about. That's just a little way I explain labeling, recognizing and labeling emotions. So it involves identifying your emotions and then labeling emotions. Now, let me give us some examples. Of recognizing and labeling emotions. 1, just listen to this. I feel frustrated when you don't listen to me. That's an example of how you recognize and label your emotions. I am feeling hurt by what you said. This is a communication. Let us listen. I'm angry about the situation, but I'm trying to stay calm. That's what you just did. These three phases I gave us now. Just listen to it once again. I feel frustrated when you don't listen to me. What did you just do? You just recognized your emotion and you label it. You get frustrated. You recognize it. Why? Because your partner don't listen to you. And that got you frustrated. You've just recognized your emotion that you are getting frustrated. Why? You recognize it because your partner don't listen to you. That is it. Now listen to this. I'm feeling hurt by what you said. How do you feel? How do you recognize it that you are hurt? Now, what is the labeling? The labeling here is that what your partner said got you hurt. You feel hurt by his or her statement. You feel hurt by it. You've labeled it. You recognize that you feel hurt, and you've labeled it that it is because of what he or she said got you hurt. Listen to this. I'm angry about the situation, but I'm trying to stay calm. What is the recognition here? You recognized that you are angry. That is your emotion at that very time. Anger. You are angry. That is your emotion at that time. And you label it. What is the labeling? Trying to become calm. Calmness is the label. You label that emotion with calmness. So that is it. So we are to recognize our emotions and then label them is the first step. That's what I'm taking time to give us more details about this so that we can be able to navigate conflict in our relationships. These things are possible. They are possible. Now, let me quickly give us the benefit of recognizing and labeling emotions. What are the benefits the spouse or partners seems to benefit from this? What do they seem to benefit? What is the benefit of recognizing and labeling our emotions? 1, increased self-awareness. That's one of the benefits. It helps us to increase our self-awareness, to be more self-awareness of the moment, of the situation at hand. That's what it helps us to achieve. That's one of the benefits when you practice recognizing your emotion and labeling them. The benefit is number 1, increased self-awareness. So recognizing your emotions helps you to understand yourself better. Thus, you see, many people continue in same reaction over and over. They continue in same reaction over and over simply because they could not recognize their emotions and label them. Once you are able to recognize your emotions and label them, it gives you that self-awareness. It helps you recognize your emotions. It helps you understand yourself better than you think you are. Most people think that they can't do better than what they are. You can actually do better than what you're doing emotionally. Somebody out there, please listen to me. You can stop that anger. You can stop that jealousy. You can stop that unnecessary argument. You can stop that nagging. You can stop everything you are doing negatively that raises conflict in that relationship. It is possible. All you need to do is just recognize your emotions and label them. It gives you that self-awareness that you crave for. I hope somebody is getting what I'm saying here. 2, improved communication. Labeling your emotions helps you express yourself more effectively. When you are able to recognize your emotions and you label them, it helps you to improve in your communication. It improves communication. It makes you express your emotions more effectively. Just like the phrases I read for us. Oh, I feel frustrated when you don't listen to me. That is what it does. It's because you recognize that not listening to you get you frustrated and you communicated it immediately. Oh, when you don't listen to me, sweetheart, I feel frustrated. Oh, sweetheart, I feel hurt. I'm feeling hurt by the way you talk. Or you just tell him, oh, I'm angry about the situation at hand now. You communicate. Because why? You recognized and labeled your emotions. And that is why you are able to communicate and express yourself very, very effectively. You communicate your feelings. You express your emotions very freely, very effectively. Another benefit is that it better emotional regulations. It betters our emotional regulations. Recognizing and labeling your emotions can help you manage your emotions more effectively by regulating it. It helps you to better regulate your emotions. So that is why it is very, very good to recognize. It is a beneficial thing to recognize and label our emotions. Okay. Now, let me quickly give us some common emotions in conflict. Common emotions. Number one common emotions in conflict is anger. Take it from me. It's anger. That's number one common emotions. Anger is number one common emotions. Frustration is number 2. Hurt is number 3. Sadness is number 4. Fear is number 5. Disappointment is number 6. Anger, frustration, hurt, sadness, fear, disappointment are the common emotions in conflict. Because you are anger. Most especially those that have excessive anger is common emotions in conflict. Anger, frustration. Please, listen to me out there. Don't frustrate your partner. Don't frustrate your partner. Once your partner keep commenting on a particular character or behavior, please try all you could to change from it as soon as possible. Try as much as you could to change from that compliance as soon as possible, not to allow it lead to frustration. When you frustrate a person, anything can happen. So, frustrations are common emotions in conflict. Hurt. Don't hurt your partner every time. Sadness. Don't get your partner into a sad mood every time. Fear. Don't create fear. And don't bring disappointment. Don't encourage disappointment in your relationship. Those are common things that bring about conflict in relationships. Now, I'm trying to run fast so that I can see how far I can go with this recognizing and labeling our emotions. So, and I want to see how far I can go, if I can still go more, because there are much things to discuss on this. And I'm promising you, I'm not going to do it in a hurry. If it's going to take us beyond this month and move into the next month of May, no problem about that. We will continue to treat this subject because it is vital to our relationships. So we will not take it for granted. I'm not going to take it lightly. I'm going to take time to really explain and teach this very subject. Thank you as you are patient to follow. So what is the other benefit? Use the tips. I'll be giving out some tips for recognizing and labeling emotions. Number one tip here is take a moment to reflect on your emotions. Most of us don't do this. Most of us don't take time to reflect on our emotions. When there is emotional issue, take a step back, reflect on your emotions, and ask yourself sincere questions. Am I supposed to really react to what she did the way I reacted? Do I supposed to utter such a word to what he or she just said? When you take this reflective moment, self-check, take self-reflection, step back, take these reflections, ask yourself some sincere questions and give yourself a holistic answer to those questions. That's what it means to take a reflection. Step back, take a reflection on the moment, on your emotions. Ask yourself the sincere question and give yourself an holistic answer. Am I supposed to really behave, react the way I reacted? Am I supposed to do what I did? Sometimes our temperament fails us. And that's why we talk about this. Resilience, emotional resilience is very, very important in managing conflicts. So you take a reflection on your emotion. Take a reflection, take a moment to reflect on your emotions. 2, use I statements to express your feelings. Use I statement to express your feelings. I don't like this behavior. I feel hurt when you do this. I am not always satisfied with what you do. Please use the I statement. This is one tip we can use in recognizing and labeling our emotions. Be specific about what you are feeling. Be specific about it. Okay? So be specific about what you are feeling at that moment. If you are feeling sad, say it. Oh, I am feeling sad about this. If you are angry, say I am feeling angry about this. If you are not happy, make it known that you are not happy. Be specific. Be specific about what your feelings are at that moment. And if you are happy, just give a kiss, give a hug, okay? But if your feelings is in the negative aspect, please express it. And if it is the positive aspect, please express it. Oh, sweetheart, I am happy with the way you behaved in that party. Oh, sweetheart, I'm so happy. I love what you said to me. Oh, sweetheart, I'm happy. That is how it is. Be specific about what your feeling is or what your feelings are. One of the tips. Another tip is avoid blaming or attacking your partner. Avoid what? Avoid blaming or attacking your partner. Always have a way you can correct your partner, not by attacking or blaming. Always come together and know how you can resolve things, not by attacking, but by communication. By soft communication. By soft communication. By soft communication. I'm repeating this over and over. By soft communication. Practice mindfulness and self-awareness. Those are one of the tips you can use to recognize your emotions and label them and label your emotions. Practice mindfulness and self-awareness. Okay, now I want to quickly, before I move to the next one, I want to give us some biblical perspective to encourage us to be aware of our emotions and to express them in a healthy way. For example, I want to give us this. If you are with your, just write it down. Just write this down. And I'm taking this from Psalm 55 verse 4 that says, my heart is in anguish within me. The terrors of death have fallen on me. Psalm 55 verse 4. Now, let me take this from Psalm 124, verse 5, that says, I cry out to you, Lord. I cry out to you, Lord. I say, you are my refuge, my portion in the land of the living. Psalm 142, verse 5. You can see the psalmist in Psalm 55, verse 4. He said, my heart is full of anguish within me. That is recognized. He was able to recognize his emotion and he labeled it. He said, my heart is in anguish. My heart is in anguish within me. That is recognizing emotions and labeling them. And he labeled it. Okay. The terrors of death have fallen on me. He labeled it. So I want us to always know that the first step we take in managing conflicts and expectations is to recognize and label our emotions. So I go to the second one. The second one is understanding emotional triggers. We have less than 20 minutes to go, so please bear with me. I will be very fast with this. Number 2, in managing emotions and expectations in marital conflict is understanding emotional triggers. Understanding what triggers your emotion can help you prepare for potential conflicts. Are you getting what I'm saying here? When you are able to understand what triggers your emotions, it helps you prepare for potential conflicts. So that is why it is very, very important we understand our emotional triggers. You should understand what triggers, what aggravates you, what makes you burst, what causes your anger, what makes you sad, what makes you unhappy in that relationship. Understanding them, those are the triggers. So we shall be going, just let us go as we are going. We'll be understanding what this is very soon, okay? So understanding our triggers, understanding what triggers your emotion can help you prepare for potential conflicts. For example, just listen. If you know that you tend to get defensive when criticized, you can take steps to manage your defensiveness. Now, what are emotional triggers? Emotional triggers are events, words, or actions that set off strong emotional reactions in us. I take that again. Emotional triggers are events, words, or actions that set off strong emotional reactions in us. Those triggers can be specific to each individual and can vary depending on their experiences, values, and emotions. Excuse me. Thank you. We are still on understanding and studying emotional triggers. And I said that emotional triggers are events, words, or actions that set off strong emotional reactions in us. Those triggers can be specific to each individual. Listen to me, what do I mean here? What triggers your emotion differs from what triggers my emotion. And that is why in relationship, both partners need to know each other very well, study each other. And that is why it is also very important you communicate, you speak, you express your feelings effectively in a relationship. Very, very important, so that your partner can understand what triggers you and avoid it. Very, very important. So that is how we can understand. So this, what triggers A differs for what triggers B. What triggers B differs for what triggers C. Amen. Hope you are understanding what I'm saying here. We're bringing hope and changing life. Don't forget that. So that is it. It is specific to every individuals on their experiences. Because of various experiences, each one have different experiences. Each one have different values. Each one has different emotions. Our emotions are wired differently. So we should understand that. So those are what emotional triggers are. Let us quickly dive into types of emotional triggers. Very, very important. We know some types of emotional triggers. Number one, past experiences. Past experiences. What constitute these past experiences are traumatic events, past conflicts, painful memories can trigger strong emotions. So we have past experiences, which could be a traumatic event, past conflicts, or painful memories can trigger strong emotions. When someone that has experienced traumatic events, one way or the other, maybe a broken heart, or maybe unfaithfulness, or whatever, maybe betrayal, that has this as past experience, could be a traumatic event. It could be past conflict that has happened over time, and when you see such a thing glooming again, it could cause trigger. Those are types of triggers. So we have past experiences. So past experiences like traumatic event, past conflict, or painful memories can trigger strong emotions, but we can do better in navigating them. Okay, that's why we're bringing you hope and to change life. Personal values. Another type of emotional trigger is personal values. When our values are challenged or disrespected, it can trigger strong emotions. Just understand this. Personal values. Personal values. Somebody that loves honesty, when you lie to him or her, when you lie to such a person, you are challenging his or her personal value. And this can be a strong emotional triggers. It can be a strong emotional trigger. When someone that is faithful and you betray such a person, you have betrayed, you have you have challenged that person's personal value. Okay? Fear and anxieties. Fear and anxieties can trigger emotional reactions such as fear of rejection or abandonment. So these are types of emotional triggers, factors that can trigger emotions. As much as we can to avoid all this. Okay, so um, another thing we should try to avoid in a type of emotional trigger is current stressors. Ongoing stressors such as financial or relationship problems can trigger emotional stressors. How to identify emotional triggers? Let us quickly dive into how we can actually identify emotional triggers. Number one here is self-reflection. Self-reflection. Take time to reflect on your emotions and identify patterns or common times. Okay? Self-reflection. 2. Journaling. Writing down your thoughts and feelings can help you identify emotional triggers. 3. Feedback from others. Ask trusted friends or family members if they've noticed any pattern or triggers in your emotions. Always take that reflection. Now, let me quickly give us examples of emotional triggers. A partner raising their voice. A partner raising their voice. One partner always raise voice all the time. That can be a triggering feeling of fear or anxieties. When that happens, when you always raise your voice on your partner, it has a way of triggering feelings of fear and anxiety, and which is not good. Those are some examples. A partner not showing appreciation, triggering feelings of resentment. A partner bringing up a past mistakes, triggering feelings of shame or guilt. You know, it's not wrong or bad that your partner confided on you and trusted you enough to tell you everything about his or her past. When there is a little issue and you bringing up every information, you throw it back to him, you throw it back at her, it triggers, those are samples of triggering. That means what you are doing is bringing up a past mistakes, triggering feelings of shame and guilt. That's what you are just bringing up. Please, we should understand that knowing the past of your spouse or your partner is not wrong. It's confidence your partner imposed on you. And then using it against him or her when there's a little issue is very wrong. Fine. If it is joking, it is fine. But when it is a serious business, you throw it back to her when there is an issue. It can be a joke time that you can laugh over it. Nothing wrong with that. If you both partners are comfortable with using it as a joke or catching fun that will not imply any negative thing to the marriage or to the relationship, that will not bring quarrel, that will not bring anything, it's just a joke of our past. That has nothing to do. Very fine. But if it's going to bring negative thoughts and feelings of guilt and shame, please desist from it. That means you people, the partners or one of the partners cannot handle that. Take it from me. So, and how to manage emotional triggers. Let us quickly, because of our time, let us quickly go through this, and may probably I will be stopping here for today. How to manage emotional triggers. Awareness. Number 1, awareness. Number 2, communication. Number 3, self-care. Number 4, seeking support. Awareness. Recognize your emotional triggers and take steps to manage them. Communication. Communicate your triggers to your partner and work together to avoid triggering each other. Okay? 3, self-care. Practice self-care. Practice self-care techniques such as deep breathing or exercise to manage emotional reactions. You can walk away. You can be silent. Practice breathing techniques. When the emotion is up, those are one way you can manage triggers. Practice self-care. Okay? Self-care. Practice self-care techniques such as deep breathing or exercise or just, maybe some other time I will throw more light on this. Now, the last one you do in managing your trigger is seeking support. Seek support from friends, family, or a therapist to walk through underlying issues. Okay, so these are ways we can, manage our emotional triggers. These things are possible. I know we have different wiring system. We have different emotional, upbringing. We have different emotional ways. Everyone is wired differently, but everyone can still attain to the point of managing it, navigating them, only if we can recognize and label them and understand our emotional triggers. This will help us a long way to do that. So, by understanding emotional triggers, couples can better navigate conflict and work towards resolving issues in a healthy and constructive way. Thank you very much. I want to stop here. Next week, I'm still going to continue because I haven't exhausted it. I haven't exhausted what I have here on this very topic we're talking about, managing emotions and expectations. I haven't even finished the emotional management aspect. So we'll continue the emotion management aspect next week, Saturday. Please make it a date. Don't forget, share this post. Share this broadcast. Please Give someone a good gift this weekend by sharing this broadcast. Share it on Facebook. Please share it on your Facebook page. Share it on your social handles. God bless you for doing this. I remain your host, Apostle Ambassador John Ahoma Oniri, and thank you very much for being part of this broadcast. I remain your host. Same time next week, Saturday, I'll be here for you. Don't forget, I love you, but Jesus loves you so much. And if God is touching you to partner with Newhope Outreach Ministries International, please, I've been announcing this. Feel free to contact me on my WhatsApp. Feel free to contact me on my WhatsApp number, or contact me anyhow you feel you can get to me. I will respond to you very well. And if God is blessing you and to bless New Hope Outreach Ministry to support what we do, God, you are welcome, and God will also bless you more for doing that. Don't forget, give, it shall be given back unto you. Good measures, pressed down, shake together, and running over, shall men give unto you. As you give, supporting New Hope Outreach Ministries, God will support your vision. God will support your needs. God will provide for you more than you expect in the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you very much for being part of this broadcast. I love you, but Jesus loves you more. God bless you. Amen.